Well, guys, it's about 10 o'clock or so. Getting pretty close to 10 o'clock, I think. Um, Still burning my cookies. I ain't even been to bed yet. Did get quite a bit. I had a huge pile. Well, you can see I got all the cookies on this side. I got to get those ones there, but I burned, between me and the wife, we've burnt quite a few. I got a bunch of chiblets down there, but I've been working on the yard somewhat. Got this somewhat picked up, because this is typically, I have my gator parked all the way to the back, and then I pull the little blue tractor in, and then the back half kind of sticks out because it won't it'll hit there. And typically I keep my little yellow one that's currently sitting over there. Typically I keep it right there. I think this weekend I'm gonna go through here. I got a bunch of saws and crap in here. I think I'm gonna go through and clean this out, clean out the front of that stuff there. A lot of this stuff. Need to get that generator fired up. It's been sitting quite a while. It did run good when I put it back here, but get this somewhat cleaned up. My old saw bench is right there. I got to get that reorganized, and then I'm going to put the little yellow tractor back in there. Gator I store at work now. I use it there. I'll miss it when it comes to transporting the firewood up, but I'll probably sometime or another get my copper scrapped out, and then I'll get the tires pumped up on that trailer, and I'll just use that in the bucket of the little blue tractor to get my wood up. Well, that way I can start parking it there, and then the big tractor I normally park there. I got a bunch of raspberry bushes back here, but I kind of dug through this, got it cleaned up, and then I sat my old subframe there for now. I think I'm gonna grab that with the Mini and set that in there. Might reach in there and pull a bunch of that shrubby stuff out with the Mini next time I fire it up. And then this cough just won't go away, guys. It's starting to get on my nerves. I need to get around. I didn't fire this thing up at all this summer. Gotta figure out where I'm gonna store my piece of pipe. Might stick it down there, because I might cut it in half and stuff it in the shed. I didn't use this at all this year. I don't even know if he still works. If he don't work, I'll probably pitch it, scrap it out. Need to reorganize this and get them two weights tossed in here. This is my weight box. It's starting to get pretty heavy, but it's so unorganized. I bought these weights the other day thinking they were going to fit another project, and they didn't fit, so I just tucked them in there. And then since I put the new tires on, I saved these two. These are two of my old ones. They were the best shape two there for spares for that. I'm gonna get them down in the shed, get my tarp in the shed. I put a new carburetor on this. This thing's running. I need to actually bust it out and use it. I just threw this tractor seat on Facebook. I don't need it. Dug this out, my old parts washer, and then I just happened to look here. It's been a couple of years since I've looked back here, and little trees have kind of took over, so I think sometime today I'm going to gas up the little topper, and I'm going to wade my way in here, and I'm going to cut all this stuff out, drag it up, and then I'll fire up the Kemp chipper, and I think I'll chip. I walked back there earlier to make sure I didn't have no steel hidden in there. I might slide that pipe over, get this cleared out, and I might stick that piece of pipe over here for right now, put it up on a couple cement blocks. That way it don't sink in the ground like it did last time. But yeah, I got a damn elm tree growing up back there and a bunch of little walnuts, so I think there's a couple tree of heavens sprouting up in there too. They have very similar leaves to walnuts. But if this was this wide all the way down, I'd just get the Mini in there and pull them all out. But I can only get the Mini in about 10 feet. And yeah, such is life. But and I picked these tires up probably 4 years ago, whenever I got the big tractor. And they're loaded. This one's leaking a little bit. They're loaded, and I got the front set too. They take different. I was gonna use them on that big tractor because they're wider. Thought I wouldn't sink in the soft stuff as bad, but it I traded a really nice 362 CM for all the front two of them. Guy come all the way up from, I asked him because it was on, I think it was Craigslist back then, and I asked the guy, I says, is there any rotted spots on the rim? Oh no, they're fine, there's no rotted out spots. That one's rotted out, but he had that one on the ground and this one sitting in the picture, and he was like one state over, and I didn't feel like driving and going and getting them. I think he wanted $450 for the complete set, and I sent him a picture of that steel, and we traded, and he delivered them, and he drove all that way, and I wasn't going to argue with him. I took him anyway. But I don't know. I'm thinking might drain them out someday, and I think I'm going to get them down behind the, might tuck them down there next to that the undercarriage thing I got, and I don't know, I might get these drained out, pick some tubes up for them because it looks like they've went flat, and I might build me a doodle bug or something someday. Had an engine stand buried in there too. Gotta get the shed cleaned out, make room for that. These are parts for that green Dodge. I should have threw them in the back of this green Dodge before I took it out and put it in storage. But I'll throw them in the shed. I got some chiblets here that's gonna make it to the burn barrel today. And then I posted this hickory burl on Marketplace, see if someone wants it. If not, it's gonna get fed through the wood stove. I got me fresh fuel. This one's 32 to 1. Schaefer's. This one is Sabre and Red Armor, mixed 40 to 1. And then this one is 32 to 1 Sabre and Schaefer's. I didn't quite had enough to, but I wanted to get them all filled up, so I got plenty of gas throughout the winter. And I need to get around and get this tire fixed. That's on my to-do list too. But I've been that's my door to nowhere. I've been cleaning the shop too. It probably locked right now. Get my keys out. Don't look like it, but I have been cleaning. I got to get that gas tank pulled off. This is all 590 crap there. Indiana Doug wants a gas tank for a 590. I don't have a chain tensioner for him. This stuff's all gonna make it down to the shed. I got that old, what was that? 028. Gotta get that dropped back off to that guy. I got this is all 501 4910 stuff I consolidated. This is all 372 stuff that I consolidated. This is still all 661 stuff. I think this is a 2159. I got the 357 in there. Those will be upcoming projects. I'm not sure if I'm going to take the two and stuff the 357 crank in the 2159 because it is way nicer looking than what the 357 is. And just build the 2159 into a red 357. Or either way, I stole the carburetor and all the controls off this for that hot rodded 346 racer that Tanton's now got. So I don't have stuff for that, and I don't have carburetor and stuff for the 357 either. It's getting close. This is my 7310 stuff that actually might become Dyno Joe's project. And then I got the 4310s are all barred up and ready to go. I'm just going to give it a little bit more time before I annoy the neighbors. I've got, I gotta check my bank account, but I've got 2 other CBN wheels saved to my cart on eBay. I'm going to get, because this one's for 3/8 404, and then they got one that's for 325 3/8, and then they got one that's 1/4 inch to 325 and the 3/8 LP. So I'm gonna get one of every one of the CBN wheels, and then I've got the one I had on here. I don't know what I did with it. I gotta find that. I've got a tapered one that's actually meant for doing like mill bit cutters, and I was gonna set. I've got another one of these somewhere. I've got the Foley. I got the little Harbor Freight one. Here's my other green one. There's another. I have another green one that's in way worse shape than both of them. I don't know what I did with it. This one's practically brand new. It's just dirty. But I wanted to set that other wheel up on that other one for doing my undercut on them. But I don't know. Hoping the piston's going to come any day for that 372 so I can hurry up and bust that out. Because I've got that. I was supposed to do this 21 for Doug, but I'm not feeling it. I might package that all up when I send him that tank. And I've got a bunch of parts in this box to ship out to him too. I might box that up and then just send, because he wanted to convert that to MS250, I might just send him the piston and cylinder. Or maybe I'll blind port the piston and cylinder and then let him put it together. He's got a pile of parts that go to that under that bench. But yep. I got a port yet that's in here that's been sitting for months and months and months. And then this is all my 350 stuff. That stuff get put down in the shed. This is that other thumb that didn't work out for me that I can't seem to sell on Marketplace. I get uber's amounts of interest in the thing, and because I don't know what it fits, I can't tell them, and nobody wants to buy it. But I'm gonna keep puttering around. I think I'm gonna hold off on shipping that. I think I'm gonna ship these 2 out today. I think I can get down. This one's got to go through the post office. Okay, I got to deal with Canada. This one I'm gonna ship through my normal shipping place, and then that one I'm gonna hang on to, because if I might put a bigger box together and either unpack that one and put all the stuff in there, or just leave that in there and then pack stuff around it depending on how big the box is. I think I could repack it, and then that way I can ship all Doug's stuff to him all in one shot, cut down on shipping cost. So I'm still waiting to hear back from the guy on that topper. Yeah. So I am still looking for a dead 661 for a parts carcass. I would like a complete one so I have everything to put that together. I don't care if the crank's smoked in it, cylinder smoked. I don't care if the crankcase is broke, as long as the gas tank, all the Mtronic stuff, and all the stuff that you bolt onto the outside of it's good. I don't care anything about the crankcase or crankshaft or cylinder, because that's a good running short block. It's 9.5 horse, and it's that stroker I built. So I wanted to revisit it, tweak it just a little bit more, and see if I get a little bit hotter, and then go from there. But for a work saw, it pulls like a freight train, so if I'm gonna get rid of it as a work saw, I'd like to kind of just leave it the way it is. But if I'm gonna keep it as a toy, then I'm gonna try to get a little more out of it. But I've babbled on here enough. I got more crap that's got to go upstairs, and then I got to climb up there and straighten it all around, because I've just been chucking it up there. I'm gonna have to climb over a mountain of stuff. So I gotta get that chop saw back to that guy. I think there's a Mac in there. That's the toolbox that came with the Mini. I think I'm gonna throw the mechanical thumb up in the attic for the Mini so I don't lose it. I might throw these extra handles up in the attic too. I might throw them in a box. So that other box sitting there's got my tubes in it for the back of that tractor. So I've been kicking them around for months. But yep, can't sleep, rambling, and I'm just gonna keep on plucking away, try to get my yard ready for winter. I think I might try to tackle them walnuts today in the front yard too. If I got that saw fired up and I'm taking them and I gotta fire the chipper up, I might as well do it all in one shot. So alright, you guys have a good one.